So on February the 13th, Cryptic and Star Trek Online released a legendary bundle pack where you can actually buy this pack and you're going to have access to 10 different ships. These are the legendary ships. And what is a legendary ship? So these are the ships that have been featured either in movies or in the mainstream TV shows, the Enterprise, TOS, the Next Generation, Voyager, and all of that. So I actually bought, there were two versions of this pack available. You had, is it on sale somewhere? Yes. Oh, here it is. I scrolled all the way back. So let me just look it up. Here we go. The bundle. I actually bought the bundle, the premium bundle right here because it is currently on sale and I already bought that thing. So 10 of these different ships that you guys see up here. Let me just open it up. And I believe I made a review for this one right here. This is the carrier version. And today we are going to do the Sovereign. Let me just take a closer look at where it is. I believe this one is the Sovereign out of the top of my head. So today we're going to take care of the Sovereign as a review. We are also going to do the visual review where you're going to see all of the visuals that are currently in the game being displayed on this particular ship. It's going to come up real soon on the channel, so you can look forward to that. But today we are going to do one of these legendary ships. Here we go, and we were going to do the assault cruiser. So this is the Sovereign version of these legendary ships. Now, what are these legendary ships? These are just the normal Sovereign version that you have in the game currently, but just a little bit better in statistics. So with that being said, I'm going to start the review. I'm going to make this one my current Starship, because I need to work a little bit because I already have the maximum ships that I can have in this account. I kind of need to dismiss one of them to actually make room for this one. And after that, I'm going to make this one my current Starship, read all of the text that Cryptic has provided us right here, go to the customization, see what kind of customization we can do with this thing, different materials, different windows and all of that, and then head into space to see a little bit of a comparison against another ship and a little bit of combat at the end. So stay tuned for that. I'll be right back. So here we are at the Starship selection now. Obviously have made this one my current Starship, and it is called the U.S.S. Berlin. That's fine. One thing that I really don't like that is this ship comes equipped with a standard beam arrays. So I grabbed myself the advanced phaser beam arrays from the carrier version of these legendary ships, and I'm going to slot that up there because I really don't like the standard version of the phasers. Well, come on, man, these are legendary ships. Give us something that's really, you know, thoughtful for, you know, putting in so much money into this thing. But anyway, so legendary miracle worker assault cruisers. This is the one that we are going to do. Something that is also a benefit that I really didn't know is that I also have the vizier version of this unlocked while purchasing the legendary pack. So the Vizier was something that was available at Mud's Market right here, the Vizier class, at 14,000 Zen. And I was like, hell no, I'm not going to do a review about that. But buying the legendary pack also unlocked the Vizier version, so you can actually have that one as well on your particular ship. Now you also have the Archon variant of this thing. Let me also zoom in a little bit more, because you guys definitely want to see this. It's a little bit beefier here and there. Very nice. The warp nacelles are really awesome. Kind of like outwards, pointing, you know, outwards on the ship. Very nice. You have the Imperial with some kind of like armor on top everywhere. Very nice. Definitely looks scary, to be honest. When you're going to see this thing in action, it's like, what the hell is that? It's reinforced with armor everywhere. The warp nacelles are like packed in with armor and stuff like that. And definitely right here, the engineering hull is definitely here as well at the I believe these are the no, not the warp nacelles, the impulse engines over there. And look at the deflector dish housing and then the engineering part, full of armor. So also the Majestic, very nice, very majestic in its the way it is presented itself. The Noble, very cool. So all of these variants or version of these things have been unlocked if you buy this thing, and I really don't see any changes between the Sovereign and the Sovereign refit, except a little bit of change in color. I'm not seeing anything else. But anyway, the Regent is also available for us to do the Vizier as well. But I'm going to keep it at standard with the way that this ship comes off when you buy it, and the Sovereign refit is the one that comes standard. So let's read a little bit about the information that Cryptic has provided us. This Starship can be purchased through the 10th anniversary legendary Starship bundle in the Zen store. After purchasing either bundle, this ship will be free to claim. The legendary Miracle Worker Assault Cruiser comes with the following consoles from the previous versions. Yes, I can confirm that this thing has lots of consoles. 3 right here. 3 different consoles. So, Universal Console, the Metreon Gas Canister, Incremental Phase Shift, Metreon Gas Warhead Launcher. Upon reaching level 5 in the Starship Mastery, you will unlock the Specialist Knowledge Starship trait. While this trait can be found in our previous version, this trait can be found on the previous version of the Starship. So, the 5th trait that you unlock right here is the same as the old one. The 6th is not. So actually the older version doesn't have a 6th version, so for the mastery unlock, so it's like this is definitely something new. But anyway, upon reaching level 6 in the Starship Mastery, you will unlock the transcranial sensor link Starship trait for all characters on your account! Exclamation mark. While this trait is slotted, activating Captain ability grants improved healing and damage based on the rank of Bridge Officer ability currently affecting your ship. Okay, this is something that I also unlocked on the other one. And I'm just hoping that this is not just a copy paste after what did I do? The carrier variant. So anyway, let's read about this. Defeating foes drop pickups that improve shield penetration. Affected foe 10 at maximum. Defeating foe larger than frigates drops pickups that improve shield penetration. Ooh, nice that. Nice. +1 to shield penetration per foe analyzed until map movement and maximum of 20 foes that can be analyzed. So at maximum you get 20 plus 20 shield penetration until you move to a different map. I like it. So this is available just for the Federation and Federation aligned captains. This is only available for tier 6. Hull modifier 1.5, shield modifier of 1.05. So definitely hull tank, shield tank not so much. It has 4 weapons in the front, 4 on the aft, room for 4 device slots. Consoles, 4 tactical, 5 engineering, 2 science, and 1 universal. Oh, the universal is really nice. Oh, right here, it definitely is. So we can actually see right off the bat right here on the console layout, just by looking at them, this is going to be a tank, because lots of engineering stuff for you to utilize. DPS wise for the tactical, DPS wise for the tactical console slots, not so much, but it can handle its own or her own. Science, I should say it's not really adequate with the 2 console slots. And then you have the universal one. Universal one, you can make like 5 console slots for the tactical, or make it a 6th console slot for the engineering, making this ship the most tankiest of them all, to be honest, because I have not seen any ship out there that has 5 engineering console slots plus a 6th one, except the Miracle Worker ships, because they definitely are coming close to this. But very nice right off the bat, at a base turn rate of 8 degrees per second with an impulse modifier of 0.15 and an inertia rating of 40. plus 15 to weapon power and also plus 15 to engine power. With that universal console, Metreon Gas Canister, Incremental Phase Shift, and the Metreon Gas Canister, and the Metreon Gas Warhead Launcher. Innovative mechanics. So also going to come with this thing are cruiser command arrays, so strategic maneuvering, so you're going to maneuver faster. Shield frequency modulators, so a little bit of a shield buff. Weapon system efficiency, so you're going to be able to fire your ship weapons faster, because that's what it actually does, if memory serves me correctly. And attract fire to make you more tankier and get all of the aggro in the map towards your particular ship, because definitely tank over here. Starship ability package cruiser, absorption plating, rapid repairs, enhanced hull healing, hull plating, armored hull, specialist knowledge of the Starship trait, and transcranial sensor link. This is the account unlock Starship trait. You can actually find all of them right here. Let me just go and see this. Now, all of the numbers that you guys see up here, I'm going to take a closer look in space, because all of the numbers right here are bound to ground. And the statistics are definitely going to be weird. But you can actually see it right here on when you're at level 50, it's going to have a maximum hull of 51,750 without any additions to your skills and console like that. So this is going to be the flat out hit points that you're going to have. At level 60 it's going to have 60,000 hit points, and level 65 it's going to have 67,000 hit points and 500. All right, let me move over a little bit to the left and see what customization we are going to be able to do on this Sovereign refit. Here we go with the customization part. Okay, looks nice, We have all of the different templates, the Vizier class or Vizier class, however you pronounce that, region, the one that we just had a closer look at, the UI, the Archon, Imperial, the one that I said was like scary looking because it is all with all of the added armor, or at least looks like that. The Majestic, it kind of looks like this upper part right here, this strip kind of looks like it has like a baseball cap on top. Okay, Noble, Sovereign, and the Sovereign refit. I don't see any big changes between these two. Just a little bit of different hull design, pattern design, not hull design. But that just might be me. So it does not have its own unique interior. There is a Galaxy variant available for 1,600 Zen. I'm not going to buy that, just to showcase the bridge. So, and that's not actually a bridge of this thing. Wasn't this the different bridge? No. Anyway, this ship does not come with its own unique bridge, and to be honest, I think that Cryptic has dropped making bridges for ships. As of late, was it like 2 years ago that they made like the last real bridge part for a unique ship. So I'm guessing the person or persons that worked at Cryptic making bridges, they have been fired or have been moved into different areas of the design team. So bridges, I don't think that's going to ever come back, because as of late we are not seeing different bridges or bridges packs, to be honest. So that's a shame. But anyway, do we have different? Yes, we do have different window types. So I'm going to go over 1 and 2 so you guys can actually see the difference between them. 2 and 3, the difference between those two. And then I'm going to go through 3 and 4 so you guys can actually see what kind of choices there are in this. And 5 and 4 and 5 right here so you guys can actually see. Now there is also a Galaxy variant, okay, and a Type 6. Now this thing comes equipped with Sovereign, and Sovereign is going to one that's, or at least is going to be the one that I'm going to keep it at. Whew, lots of different material types. So here we go with the Defiant. Now I cannot zoom more than this. This is the maximum. I have been complaining in majority of my videos whenever I'm showing a Starship. We kind of need a new user interface, because this one is like at 80% of my screen at the top. There is no real reason why the ship should be here, and this interface that we have shouldn't be over here, and then we have like, a ship in the center of this thing. But I guess that's going to be at deaf ears. There is a fleet variant. Ooh, I like that fleet variant much better. And I also love these blue lines over here in the shadow on the hull as well. Oh, I like that. I like that. I love the fleet variant. Fleet variant is better. Yes. Fleet variant is better. Oh, there is a Fleet 2 version? Oh my god. What's the difference between Fleet 1 and Fleet 2? Okay, so it's a little bit brighter. Different textures. Oh my god, look at this thing. Oh man, this thing looks beautiful. Very nice. All right, moving on to the Galaxy. Okay. Galaxy material type on the Sovereign is not really exciting to me. I don't know about you guys, but nope, not my thing. All right, Intrepid. So this is basically like the Voyager material types that they use. No, that doesn't work. I mean, it could, but no. All right, moving on. Intrepid Mirror. Ooh, bad. Very bad. Very bad. Oh my god. This is something like when I was 7 and I had to design a ship. This is what I was going to come up with. But I guess these color schemes right here, these yellows that you see, they can basically be changed and altered to a different variant, and perhaps then this thing might actually look a little bit better. But nah. All right, NX version. So NX, the Enterprise, Jonathan Archer Enterprise material types. I don't know. I don't think so. Okay, moving on. NX refit. That might be interesting, because it is brighter, and it is definitely. I definitely love this color scheme right here. Blue with a bright white. I like that. And the impulse engines, very nice. I like this. This I definitely like. Okay, so we got the Sovereign. The Sovereign materials on the Sovereign ship. I don't know why I found that funny, but it is what it is. Made me giggle a little bit. And the refit is the way it comes, so I'm going to skip over that. So we're going to go to Type 0. So this is basically the TOS era. James T. Kirk era, or at least it's supposed to be like that. I do like it though. I mean, it has an appeal to it. I mean, look at these warp nacelles. These don't have any glow or anything like that. It's just like kind of like the color matte. It doesn't have that pop up vibe to it. If it was different color, it's going to be like, oh, what the hell is that? But this is kind of, I like it. All right, moving on. moving on to type 1. Now, these different types that you see up here, those are like the old version of Star Trek Online. When we wanted a little bit more than the customization of ships, they basically gave us a couple of customization, but now they added a little bit more to the customization. So there shouldn't be two identical ships out there when you're doing a little bit of customization work to your ship. But yeah, this is the old type of materials that we could put on our ships. So type 2, type 3 has a little bit of change to it. I don't know. Needs a little bit of an update to be honest. All right, moving on to type 4. Type 4, just by looking at it, all of the darker spots kind of reminds me that it is like seeking combat. It is a little bit scary to look at. Nice. All right, moving on. Type 5, a little bit brighter when you kind of see this concrete design, if that's even a concrete design. Kind of looks to me like concrete, so I'm going to call it concrete. Has those lines coming out of it. And I do enjoy the glow that it has. Very cool. And I'm kind of blinding you with it, but sorry. All right, moving on. Type 6. There we go. Oh, this one is really bright. Really, really bright. Really reflective. Nice. All right, moving on. 7. Ooh, what is this? What is this? I like this. Oh yeah, baby. I like this. This is interesting. I love these. The more details there are on the ships, the more I actually enjoy flying this ship, because you kind of look to see something. If this thing was like entire, like, what was it, like 5 or something like that, or one that was really bright like this. If this is like all you're going to see, it's like white, it's not going to be very appealing. So we got 7B over here. And 7B has a little bit of like really high reflective material type over here. So you can basically look at the ship and the ship is going to look back at you. Has a little bit of a mirror to it. Oh, look at this right here. You can actually see it like it's almost reflecting the camera that I'm recording on. If that's even a thing. All right, 7B, 8. Oh, nice. I like it. I like 8 a lot. I like it. It's very simple. It's like really, really high gloss, so you can actually see it's really white. And I do love this dark coloring. Is it like blackish? It's not really black. It's a little bit grayed out. It's not really black, but it's nice. It's very, very nice. Like it. We also have 8B. 8B is more of a not really my cup of tea, but I like it a lot, to be honest. I like the design, even though I like 8A or 8 without number or without a letter more than 8B. Okay, so we got the upgraded version. I like the upgraded version a lot too. Very nice. Very, very cool to see this thing. Very, very nice. I like it a lot. These warp nacelles, very beautiful. And then the veteran. So you guys might not have access to the veteran version of these material types. Some of you might not. The veteran has to do with the account being dropping about $300 on a discount day, or $400 for a full price to actually buy Star Trek Online, to actually give back a little bit to the developers. Nice, very nice. All right, since the mismatching components advanced. Oh my god, you can't do that. Okay, so logo as well. Where is the logo? Logo should be somewhere. I can't actually see. This thing is too big. The logo is going to be really small. So we got the name over here. Logo should be somewhere here, right? We can see the name of this ship right here. Starfleet insignia. Do you guys see anything change? No. Maybe on the bottom? I'm not seeing any changes. So, moving on. Saucer section, you can definitely mismatch components to make it more hideous than you care to have this ship be. Yeah, like that. Neck. Okay. To have it more like beefier or change it to your liking. The pylons. Oh my god, don't mess around with this ship, guys. Leave it the way it is. You're only going to make it worse. Yeah, no, leave it the way it is, guys. Don't make any changes. It is beautiful the way it is. Leave it like that. Anyway, we are going to head into space and see how big this ship is in comparison to another ship. So right here we are in space. I am comparing it to a ship that I normally compare it to, the Lucari science ship, not the scout ship, the science ship. And we can actually see that it's like 2.5 times bigger than this ship. It looks very majestic. Even though that might be a different variant of this particular ship, it definitely looks like it's going to kick ass and take no names. So if my memory serves me correctly, this is the ship that the Borg Queen tried to assimilate, right, in First Contact and also in Nemesis. Or was Nemesis a different ship? I think Nemesis was a different ship though. But anyway, I am fairly certain that this was the one from First Contact when the Borg Queen tried to assimilate this one. But anyway, this is how it looks in space. These are the statistics that I currently have without having a lot of skill points in my skill point tree. Yeah, that's even a thing. So the having the default set right here is going to give my ship, this ship, based on my statistics, my character and all that, a turn rate of 14.4 degrees per second, inertia 40, and a flight speed of 19.86. So these are the normal stuff. That actually reminds me, I kind of need to discard all of these things because I have the advanced stuff put up here, and I do apologize for having to do this right now. This one comes here. And 2 torpedoes. Yeah, that's better. Better, much, much better. You can come over there. You can come over here. Very nice, very nice. I like it. Oh, wait a minute. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, so Starship Mastery. Let me just stop you from going all the way to the edge of the map. So Starship Mastery, level 1, physical and kinetic damage plus 25. Level 2. An X amount of regeneration for your hull. And I say X amount because all of the numbers that you guys are seeing right there has to do with my character. You guys can have a totally different number when it comes to regenerating your hull. Right here, 25 energy and radiation damage resistance rating by plus 25, level 4, plus 10 hit points or hull hit points, 10%, sorry. The trait that is also the old version is unlock multiple tasks, reaching tier 4 mastery. They will unlock multiple Starship traits read on their description. Specialist knowledge. What? Multiple traits? It says unlock multiple traits. Reaching tier 5 mastery, wheelship will unlock multiple Starship traits read on their description. So specialist knowledge, intel, and command bridge officer ability, reduce engineering bridge officer ability, recharge time. So to self minus 20% recharge time on engineering bridge officer ability can occur once every 5 seconds. And also the second one, I'm guessing, vent Metreon laced plasma, eject warp plasma. Causes delayed area of effect explosion after 15 seconds. Plasma cloud creates an eject warp plasma that will explode, inflicting a X amount of plasma damage, ignoring the shield in a 1 kilometer radius. Now, I don't know if this is right, or it should be right, because they're probably not going to make a really big mistake like this. But wow, so you're going to unlock 2 traits when you're going to level this thing. Now, I am going to level it before I go into combat with this thing, so I'm going to give you guys the benefit of having that. And also, if you level this thing all the way to level 6, it's going to take a little bit, but then you're going to unlock the transcranial sensor link. Defeated foes drop the pickups that improve shield penetration at maximum of 20 per map. Whenever you're going to transition to a new map, this thing is going to reset. So the longer you're going to be in combat, the better it is, because you're going to kill more enemies, and more enemies at a maximum capacity is going to give you plus 20 in shield penetration. Each foe that you kill is going to give you plus 1 in shield penetration. Very nice. I like this last one. But the enemy needs to be frigate or above in before they can actually give you 1 shield pen. So if you kill lots of pets, they're not going to give you shield pens. So something to take in consideration. All right, so we got 4 weapons on the front. We got 4 on the aft. Room for 4 device slots. We have a universal console. You can actually put any console up here if you want to. For engineering, we have 5 slots. For science, we have 2 slots. And for tactical, we have 4 slots. So we can enhance our DPS, enhance our survivability, enhance our gravity wells and all that. But seeing right here that it only has 2 console slots, I'm saying that your gravity well and all of those science abilities that you're going to be using are not going to be a lot of efficient towards them. All right, what more? The bridge officer station seating, we have a Lieutenant Universal station right here. So you can put up engineering, tactical, or science, the way it is right now. Okay, I'm going to leave it like that. We have a Lieutenant Commander tactical station to do all of the DPSs that you wanted to do. We have a Lieutenant Tactical Station to do more DPSs that you wanted to do. We have a Commander Engineering / Miracle Worker Station. So Miracle Worker abilities, including also Command Engineering stuff. I'm going to leave it the way it is. And we also have a Lieutenant Engineering / Pilot Station with pilot abilities that you can slot up here. 2 of them, and also lots of engineering abilities. 2 of them here as well. Now, something that has caught my attention. This thing has a battle cloak. Are you guys seeing this? No, you can't, because it's gone. It's gone. Battle cloak. I wanted to say... Yeah, it has battle cloak. Let me just keep it. Let me just keep my mouth shut. So it has battle cloak. So what's the difference between battle cloak and normal cloak? So it basically comes down to one thing. In battle cloak, you can actually activate during combat, and just regular cloak you cannot activate during combat. So you need to be out of combat to activate the normal cloak. But when you are in combat, you can actually utilize battle cloak. So you're going to get, after 3 seconds, you're going to get a really high amount of stealth, so nobody's going to see you. -5 in the current shield power per second. Plus 10 in flight turn rate, so you're going to be able to fly to to turn faster. Sorry, I don't know what I was thinking. So also +3 in flight speed, so you're going to be moving faster. +50 in defense rating, so you're going to be more tanky. And also after decloaking, +15 bonus damage to your DPS for the next 5 seconds. So very nice hit and run kind of thing that you need to do. Also eject the Metreon gas. And this is the incremental phase shift. To the foes, taunt up to 5 foes within 5 kilometers for the next 15 seconds. To self-immune to energy damage for 10 seconds. Ooh, like that. And also minus 50% energy damage for the next 10 seconds. I don't like that. After 10 seconds, you're going to get stealth, cannot be targeted, no collision, cannot launch hangar ships, and also weapon of life for the next 5 seconds, and immune to all damage for the next 5 seconds. So definitely interesting, the last part. And we also have another one. Launch the Metreon Gas Warhead. Okay, so there was a mistake in the description. So this is a Metreon Gas Warhead Launcher, and this is a Metreon Gas Canister. Okay, so in the description they made me read Metron. The E was lacking over there. Okay, fine, whatever. Area of effect slow plus heavy plasma damage. Target foe 180 degree targeting arc. Doing an X amount of kinetic-based damage, creates an unstable Metreon gas clouded your target for the next 6 seconds with a 3 kilometers radius. An X amount of plasma damage that is going to ignore the shield every second, and enemies that are enveloped in this thing is going to get minus 75% turn rate and also minus 66 impulse speed, and it's going to disable the cloaking abilities of them if they have cloak. And after 6 seconds in a 4 kilometer radius, it's going to deal with my build 15,932.4 plasma damage that's going to ignore the shield, and also 930.2 plasma damage every 0.5 seconds for the next 3 seconds. It's also going to ignore shields. Those I am really, really interested in because I like that. Also, the weapon system efficiency, so it's cost reduction to your weapon power. This is going to be shield resistance to yourself and nearby allies. Very nice. Turn rate, flight speed and inertia. Very cool, very nice. And this is going to be attract fire, so you're going to be able to have like more damage resist and those kind of stuff to make you more tanky and beefier. All right, so we are going to go to more details of this. Launching a warhead that rapidly travels towards your target. Upon impact, it will release a large cloud of Metreon gas at the target's location. Enemies within the hazard will suffer minor plasma damage over time, and turn rate and impulse speed dramatically reduced. And any cloaked enemies in the radius will be revealed after a short time. The Metreon gas will detonate, causing immediate heavy plasma damage, as well as high amount of periodic plasma damage to the completed bypass that completely bypasses shields. Very nice. Now, the third set, if you equip all 3 of these consoles, is going to give you Battle Cloak, but if you equip 2 of these consoles, you're going to get Assault Cruiser Versatility, plus 10% in direct energy-based weapon damage, and also plus 35% flight turn rate. That's why I'm having such a very high turning rate over there. What is this? Incremental Phase Cloak device. Let's read that. When activating, your starship will taunt nearby enemies and begin to parallelly phase out. During this time, your starship will deal reduced energy damage, but will be immune to energy damage. After a short period of time, you will briefly become fully phased out and will be unable to attack or be attacked before returning to normal phase. So this is definitely something for tankier players that want to have like taunt all of the enemies. Hey, fire at me, look at me, those kind of tactics. So that could be nice. I don't know if anybody actually utilizes this to its full potential, but it is there. Okay, so I'm seeing something that I didn't mention. These things, all of these universal consoles also give you a passive ability. So this one gives you plus 15 in turn rate and also a engineering readiness. So engineering cooldown reduction to plus 50 of your bridge officers. This one is giving you plus 1 in critical chance and also tactical readiness. So tactical bridge officer have been a little bit of cooldown, and this one gives nothing. All right, this one gives nothing. Okay, so this one gives nothing. So one thing that I didn't cover is the Admiralty card. Let me just look that up real quick. Okay, so here we go with the legendary Miracle Worker Assault Cruiser, the one that we are currently doing the review for. So we got right here on the statistics, we are seeing 49 points in engineering, 37 in tactical, 13 we are seeing in science, 18 hours in cooldown. Just based off of this statistics right here actually confirms what I was saying all along. Make sure that you're going to, if you're going to use this thing, it is going to be tanky or, you know, attract all of the fire in your map. So all of the other team members are going to dish out more and more damage, because they're not going to be targeted by the enemy, or the enemy is going to target you because you have a really high amount of survivability right here. 49 in engineering. So special ability for this thing, plus 8 in engineering, and tactical ship per tactical ship that you're going to slot in the same project. So very nice to be utilizing this thing. I don't know if anybody flies these like ships that are mainly support. So they basically are going to assist you in survivability and all that, but it is definitely cool to utilize these ships. And I have seen a lot of cruisers, but cruisers that do DPS are not the same as tankier version of this thing. But that is just my experience. But anyway, if you really enjoy this type of stuff, get this thing because it is very, very nice. Now, I am going to cut the video right now, and I'm going to try to or at least I'm going to do a patrol mission. I'm going to do a gala patrol mission with these items. These items are not upgraded, so this is kind of like a low budget version of this ship. I'm going to slot some kind of bridge officer up here just to have some kind of abilities, and then after that I'm going to cut the video again, and I'm going to level this thing all the way to the Starship Mastery, including using these 2 Starship Mastery that we are going to unlock, and I'm going to upgrade this part of the deflector, impulse, warp, and shield, and also put some kind of like consoles up here to get like, you know, a normal experience when you're going to be in combat with this particular looking ship. So I'll be right back. So the first run that I'm gonna do is the cheap budget version of this ship. Now, as you guys are going to see, I don't have the necessary right consoles on this thing to enhance anything, and I also have just the standard gear, as it were, and I also do not have any key binding, so I'm just gonna go with the normal set that this ship comes equipped with. I did change a little bit on the bridge officer side, but that is nothing like real fancy or groundbreaking, to be honest. And I just pushed the wrong button over there. So this is how it is turning. I mean, it's not that good in turning rate. I have set everything to auto fire. It's going to help me out get a little bit more DPS than normal. What is it stopping? Do we have lag? Yes, we do have a little bit of a lag spike down there. I need a little bit of shields. Now, as you guys can see, let me use this thing as well. Eject Metreon gas. But here we go. In 3, 2, 1. There it goes. It's ejecting. It's ejecting. It's ejecting. Hopefully, no. This guy used tractor beams right on this guy. And I basically waste that. Well, maybe this case on. Fly over there. Fly over there. Look at that. Wait, this guy's making it explode, making it go boom beforehand. Oh, that's not good. Anyway, that's a bit of a shame. Torpedoes. So as you guys can see, it is just the beginning of this patrol mission. They're gonna patrol. It is taking a little bit of time just to finish off these two guys.
Looks like our fight got them to notice us. Let's go over and ask if they're
What did I? Huh? What was that? Barclay maneuver. Oh, this is also something really interesting. So if you press all of the buttons, or at least not the buttons, the bridge officer powers, tactical, science, or engineering, whatever comes up here, this thing is going to activate. So now it is not known what it's going to be. It is rebooting, so it is resetting basically. But in a couple of seconds, something is going to come back like there. Heisenberg decoupling. So secondary shielding for the next 10 seconds. If we activate tactical, engineering, and then science in that order. So we can do science, we can do tactical and engineering. And then secondary shielding is going to come on our ship. Now this is also something interesting to have. Not bad at all. So after these group, when I kill these guys, we are going to go over to the normal experience. Let's call it what it is, because right now we are not doing enough damage to these guys to have a good experience. Let's just do torpedo high yield on this guy. Go torpedo. Boom. Miss. No, it hit. Okay, very nice. Ox, sure. Now, as you guys can see, I'm firing, I'm doing my best, but it's not enough. It is taking way too long to actually make an impact. Okay, we got one. That's gonna explode right on top of me. Ow. But luckily I have lots and lots of heals, because this ship is a tank. Here we go, 2 torpedoes away and boom boom. No significant damage at all. Yeah, I'm having fun. So we can actually do this incremental phase shift in 3, 2, 1 and then activate that. Ooh. So it is out of phase a little bit. It is immune and that hit. And now it is totally out of phase, so we cannot shoot at these guys. They can't shoot back, even though we're having lots of lag in between as well. I'm going to get my ass whooped up here. But as shield tanks actually go, it is doing a good job on survivability, even though there are lots of enemies that I have been aggroing on. What is this? Launch the Metreon. Okay, here we go. Let's launch it at this guy. 3, 2, 1, and launch. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that hit. And boom. Wow, that explosion left behind like a nebula kind of type deal. And there is that explosion. There's an explosion. Take me out as well. No, but it took these guys out. 2 of them. Nice. Alright, survivability. Let me heal again. And shields. Nice. Not bad, huh? Not bad. Look at this. This is what the ship is actually meant to do. Take all of the aggro over here and then survive. Because that is what the name of the ship is. Survivability. Can we launch a torpedo at this guy? Because he's being annoying right now. Where is my evasive maneuvers? I don't have that. Evasive maneuvers. Evasive maneuvers. There we go. I should have done that beforehand, but I think I fired a torpedo at this guy. No, there we go. 2 torpedoes at this guy's butt. All right, so I am going to finish off the mastery, level this one up as far as it can go, and equipped the best consoles that I have laying around. Also get the new gear and put everything on a DPS rotation where everything is going to be keybinded, all of the abilities that I have, and we'll see if this is going to be better or worse than we are currently doing DPS wise. Now, I'm not going to parse anything. You guys can actually see that just, you know, in the initial respawn over there that we actually did the combat, it took those two guys and it took, I think, like 5 minutes or something like that just to take out 2 of these Kazon enemies. So yeah, that's saying a lot, but I'll be right back again. Okay, so we are doing the wanted patrol mission again, this time with the better version of the build, if you can say it like that. So I put in a board kinetic beam over here just to do some kinetic based damage via beams, and 1 torpedo is good enough for all of the, you know, torpedo high that I have is more than enough. So I've also put everything on a keybind. You can actually see that all of the powers are being activated at random, and I kind of need to activate this one as well. Where's the other one? Right here. And you can actually see that this thing is doing much more better. It's doing better than the normal stuff that we were doing, because it usually, in the beginning, it took us like 2 minutes or something like that just to kill these guys, and now they're basically dead in 10 seconds. So I am saying, if I'm saying anything, that if you equipped the right gear up this ship in the right consoles, you are definitely going to get a overpowered build. Now, this is something that I've learned. If you just fire this thing and then try to hold them with the gravity well or something like that, I'm going to use this satellite over here. They are basically dead already because this cloud is going to explode. Look at that. That explosion, look at how much damage it did. These guys are basically toast if you compare it with, if you put like a gravity well on the same spot, maybe a Titan's Rift, and this cloud, everybody that's going to be in the vicinity is dead and dying in a really fast pace. So that one is dead, this one is dead. These carriers, I am going to do some kind of really awesome mechanic like this. I'm gonna put them in a trap and I'm gonna make them boom boom just like that. These guys are slow to maneuver. Look at that, half 80%, 75%, 90%, 100. He's dead. He is dead. You see that? He is dead. Now, I don't see myself utilizing the incremental phase shift a lot, to be honest. And by that, I'm saying, like, I have been for the past hour, have been trying to level this thing all the way up, because you basically need to level up your mastery, and I've been doing like patrol missions like crazy. And I don't see this being a really cool, you know, offensive abilities. I am mainly focusing on offensive abilities right here. And as you guys saw, or are seeing still, this thing is surviving the onslaught of Argala really quickly, very easily, I should say. I have heals that are going to help me over here. Hull healing and more hull healing, I guess. And shield healing as well right here, science team. But you could definitely use like emergency power to shields or anything like that up there to be more beefier with. And one of my bridge officers is a hoarder, even more hoardier than I am, because he is grabbing salvage from these guys. But to be honest, I am liking this as a ship. It is not heavily on... let me just move out of combat because you guys get the gist. For normal, you know, missions out there, the one that I'm currently doing, this is, as a ship, it's definitely can survive on its own. And I'm the first one to say that I don't have the best gear for being a tank, and I actually have no idea how tanks actually work in the game. So don't use this as a build. Let me just tell that, you know, right out the gate. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm just using what I have, right? I usually use these consoles on my my Zenkethi Dreadnought carrier, and these are definitely based on disruptor based damage. And right now I'm doing phaser based damage and I'm still doing okay. It's not that I'm like, you know, not doing okay or can't contribute in any form or fashion, but I am doing definitely survivability. As you guys saw, I took them out, took all of the enemies out really quickly while I'm doing survivability and being like the tank in the party, or having that as a role. So with that being said, I also made the ship pink. With that being said, I do want to emphasize that this is this ship is definitely a tank. So in a party, this particular ship is going to take up a form of survivability tank-wise. So all of the enemies should target this particular ship, and then all of the escorts or pilots or whatever other ships you're going to be having in your team are going to deal DPS, and this thing is going to survive. Now, I could take the incremental phase shift out. I believe it is this one. Yeah, and put the I can't actually switch right here. The survivability consoles up there for hull healing, but you know, that is definitely a choice. If you're seeing that your build is lacking in survivability, I can't actually imagine that, but if you are seeing that, you can definitely use you know, different consoles to enhance your survivability. As it is for me right now, this thing is definitely good and good enough for you know, for doing what it is doing, and it is doing survivability. As you guys can see, I can equip 1, 2, 3 whole healing abilities, 1 shield healing abilities. I can also slot it for another shield, emergency power to shield over here. So survivability is not an issue. The only problem is that it's not going to do enough damage to get a really high run in, let's say, infected space advanced or anything like that, mainly because it is lacking in consoles to enhance that in DPS. But you can definitely utilize the universal console and be a little bit more you know, tactical, more DPS wise. So basically both sides actually work, survivability or you know, DPS wise, but mainly this is a DPS. This is not a DPS ship, but it is a survivability ship. So keep that in mind, especially if you look at the bridge officer slots as well. You have more than enough for survivability over here to utilize. Anyway, that's it for this particular review. This what's this thing called again? The legendary miracle worker assault cruiser. This is the sovereign refit. No, this is the refit version that they put out in the pack, and that's it. Hope to see you guys on the next video. Take care and later.